Kakadosh Boker Tov. We're just continuing with halachot and Hilchot Shabbat. Siman Shmem Vav brings down Maran. We're talking about now a new siman, which is basically Ashalav Askara legoy b'Shabbat. Are you allowed to lend something out? Are you allowed to actually rent something to a goy on Shabbat? There's going to be a very interesting machloke between Maran and the Ramah. Maran brings down that you're allowed lechatechila to rent out utensils to a goy before Shabbat, even on Erev Shabbat. So mamash, imagine right now, Friday afternoon, you're coming and you're renting out, whether it's going to be all these different types of utensils which could be used on the Shabbat. Obviously, we're talking about something which is could be used as an isur. So he comes and he says, whether it's kli charisha, whether it's other kli avuda as well. So he says, as long as he took it out of the possession of the Jew before Shabbat, so now you're allowed to come and you're allowed to rent it to him for the Shabbat. And that is the Shita of the Shulchan Aruch, and that is the minhag of the Sfaradim, which we go after Maran. However, though the Ashkenazim, they prohibit because of Marit Ayin. What does that mean? If right now you're going to come, imagine right now, I come and I see this goy coming and taking something 1 hour before Shabbat from your house. I'm going to say, listen, the Jew came and he gave it to him. He told him to start working on this or using this on Shabbat, and therefore it's going to be a problem. It could happen. Many times I remember this happened with an Uber, right? You want to come and you want to rent out your car, right, to an Uber driver, and he's going to be using it all on the Shabbat. So are you allowed to do that or not? So technically speaking, there's no isur as long as you rented it out an hour before the Shabbat. If it's going to be according to Ashkenazim, you're not allowed to do it on Friday. However, though, even according to the Ashkenazim, you're allowed to rent it out on Wednesday and Thursday. There's no problem, as long as it was done before Friday. If it was done just on Friday, according to the Ashkenazim, it's going to be asur because of Marit Ayin. So that's going to be very, very important. Now again, remember, we're talking about kelim which you do melacha. But if it's talking about klei achila or anything which you do not do a melacha, then there's no problem. You're allowed to even do it on Shabbat. There's no problem of lending out, right, without any problem whatsoever. Now, when we're talking about the schar Shabbat, that's also going to be a machloke between Maran and the Ramah. Some people want to learn in Shita Shulchan Aruch that you're allowed to rent out this product just for Shabbat. You're taking the schar of the Shabbat. They want to say that there's no problem. They have what to rely on if you do such a thing. However, though, it's always better to add on, whether it's before the Shabbat or after in the Shabbat, and therefore you're always going to do something which is called havla'ah. What is havla'ah? Havla'ah means that you're absorbing the amount that you're getting for the Shabbat, you're absorbing it with other amount as well, whether it's going to be of chol and of the weekday, and therefore by doing so, you're not taking specifically something which is called schar Shabbat, the reward of Shabbat in itself.